my fellows, men and women and children of the present day 199 kin on your Mayan long count. Yes, it's 18 April 2025. You're going to learn some things about the Philippines if you haven't been tracking. Not only is there volcanic activity going on, but the politics are the crescent. See, you've got a reptile who did his part of COVID. Everybody did lockdown. The man from Devour Duterte. Most of the people in the Philippines were probably in Lemuria, which was the era before Atlantis. Now, we've all been there. I lived there. I've been all over the place. I probably know more about the Philippines than most Filipinos. They don't get to travel. They don't see the world. But you know what? They get schooled up. They go to chef school. They go learn advanced things, and then they are the world's servants. Manny Pacquiao is a great man. He retired in 2021. Want to see a little conflict coming? So the Marcos regime were the kleptocrats. They've always been that way since World War II. We did the Bataan Death March. He was up there. It's a big occulted act. MacArthur retreated. Russell Volksman single-handedly with his men defeated the Japs who came in via Vigan City. Vigan City got hit when the Vatican did a couple of years ago. Indigo Angel was calling it out, then the Georgia Guidestones went down. So we are moving up, and I know a lot about the Philippines, as I've said. So in this video, you're going to listen to some summary, and then you're going to look at my t-shirt of Baguio as current events are spit out. Let's roll.
The new H2 Pro system separates clean and dirty water. The new
Wonderful.
H2 Pro from Cedar.
Speaking of water,
International Criminal Court
this.
should strictly abide by the principle of complementary jurisdiction, exercise its powers prudently in accordance with the law, and avoid politicization and double standards.
On March 11th, China's foreign ministry announced that it was closely monitoring the situation after the Philippines arrested its former president, Rodrigo Duterte. The arrest,
he was arrested,
which came on a warrant issued by the International Criminal Court, marks a significant development in the ongoing ICC investigation into alleged crimes against humanity. During a regular press briefing, Chinese spokesperson Mao Ning addressed the situation, responding to questions about Duterte's arrest.
This is an important incident.
China
has noted the relevant news and is closely following the development of the situation. I would like to reiterate that China has always advocated that the International Criminal Court should strictly abide by the principle of complementary jurisdiction, exercise its powers prudently in accordance with the law, and avoid politicization and double standards.
Duterte, a former mayor and prosecutor who served as president of the Philippines from 2016 to 2022, was taken into custody early on Tuesday.
Taken into custody in March.
This marks the biggest step yet in the ICC's investigation into Duterte's controversial anti-drug crackdown, which led to thousands of deaths and widespread international condemnation. After his arrest,
all the
Duterte
truck drivers
was sent
got
to The Hague,
whacked.
where he's
the
expected to arrive on
and
the
the
morning
ones tied
of
in
March
with
12th.
Duterte
At
walked
79
away.
years old,
It's all
Duterte
Chinese.
could become the first Asian former head of state to stand trial at the International Criminal Court.
And they all use it, the skinny guys, because they're working every day. All right, stand by, there's more to come. Click.
I know about 45 volcanic eruptions in the Philippines, including the eruption of Mayon in 2013, the eruption of Bulusan in 2011, the eruption of Mayon in 2006, the eruption of Bulusan in 2006, and 41 more. The most significant earthquake in Philippines within the last week was a 5.6 magnitude quake 38 kilometers from Magaling, Philippines on April 16th at 5:42 a.m.
Hey Alexa, what are the eruptions of the Taal volcano in the Philippines?
From headtopics.com. The volcano continues to exhibit magmatic unrest following an explosive eruption on December 9th, with alert level 3 remaining in effect. It is one of the active volcanoes in the Philippines and has erupted twice in recorded history. Since then, the volcano has been continuously active with numerous explosions every day, which produce volcanic ash clouds that can rise to elevations of 3.5 kilometers, 2.2 miles.
Okay, this is a quick video from a few years ago about the Taal volcano, but he gives pretty good advice on, for example, Newport City is right at the airport. It's the way to go if you want to get up to Baguio in the ease of a luxury bus.
Taal volcano in the Philippines has thrown molten rock into the sky, triggering official warnings of a hazardous eruption of toxic gas
BBC.
imminent. Well, let's just show you some footage of the moments earlier.
So you go over on a boat.
That's several kilometers high.
There's a road that runs all the way down.
Tremors shook the area. A volcanic lightning storm developed
Joshua,
steam and
from the
ash.
UK.
Pretty sensational.
Nice shot of your globe.
Calamity, as it's been described, has been declared across
There's a relevant shot. Note Manila, Taal's location.
Thousands of people have been evacuated.
So Duterte's from down here. The death marker's over here.
From the scene.
Baguio's up
The
here.
Taal volcano has now entered a magmatic eruption phase. Last night it was a phreatic phase where there was lots of steam and ash. Now there is lava flowing from the volcano.
It's been going all over. The Ring of Fire is on fire. Watch Stefan Burns.
That's affecting the
Watch
air quality around here. Lots of dust
Morning
and ash in
Dew.
the air, and that is affecting
Mike from
international
Canada.
airports in this area. New York City and Manila international
Our planet's
airports
being
have had lots of
blasted
flights
and it's
cancelled and
shaking the
suspended.
earth up.
There is ash on the
Guan
runway. Now,
Yin.
if we look to my left here, you can see ash all over the floor.
Duterte is
It's turned into
in
a
big
mud
trouble,
state in some
rightfully
places.
so.
On the
Let's
road all the way up
waterboard
here,
the
we saw
prick.
people
Manny,
clearing
do
that
it.
mud from the
You don't
road.
need to
We
punch
also
him, just
saw
lay his ass
high-active
down,
roads
let the women
completely
ask the
covered in
questions.
dust, and that's no doubt going to affect livelihoods in this area. Now, the other major risk that the scientists are saying is that there could be a volcanic tsunami. If you look over here, you can see Taal volcano surrounded by a lake. Now, if there is a major eruption, that could cause the earth to move, which will displace water, and so low-lying communities on the coastline here
The
could
town
be affected by a tidal wave
across the
if
water
there
where
is a
he's
major
standing
eruption.
is gorgeous.
Johnson reporting.
All right, there you go. So we just listened to the charges against Duterte, 230. And this video goes back, the one that you see in the middle. But there's Duterte's daughter on the right. She's the VP now. That's how they divided it up. The vice president and the president aren't necessarily politically aligned, because I think a Marcos or Aquino is back in. There's very few family names. So Sarah Duterte's explosive statement, and I watched a little, she's speaking in Tagalog. But let's watch Manny, the man from GENSAN, who, something important to know about Manny Pacquiao, folks. Obviously he was an international champion, so he's been out. And I'll tell you what, all his kids, his friends that he grew up with were his support staff. And one of them started grafting or taking money or doing something to, you know, do his own thing. Pacquiao found out about it and forgave him. Said, don't do it anymore. I don't know if he gave him a shot in the arm to straighten him out. But that's the kind of guy he is. And he's been their senator and he's a boxer. Retired in 2021.
Ang isang mahigpit na alyansa ni Pangulong Duterte at Senator Manny Pacquiao tuluyan
This goes back 3 years ago.
Pumasa pa si Pacquiao sa hamon ng Pangulo
Very quick.
Saksi, si Van Maylin.
COVID, ongoing. See, no mask out of him. Fuck that. I don't know if I've ever seen him in a mask, but I'm sure he's had to wear one. Look, see? Yeah, he's playing the role. There you are with the tablecloth.
salita ng salita na 3 times daw tayo mas corrupt. So I am challenging him, ituro mong opisina na corrupt.
One of them's under arrest now. Which one is it?
1 week may gawin ako.
The Christian man? Who's more than that? Those people nail themselves to the cross to celebrate Easter and have parades.
Ilista mo yung mga
They don't fuck around in the Philippines. We've been there.
at ibigay mo sa akin.
May dagdag jobs pa lamang kay
And the
Pacquiao.
Muslims are down south in Mindanao.
Their
Their version from Malaysia, Indonesia.
Do not ever think that if you will win as president, na wala ng corruption dito sa Pilipinas.
At counterpunch dahil sa sinabi ni Pacquiao sa isang panayam kamakailan. Sabi nung lipat,
Man, there's such great guys over there too.
informal settlers kahit saan.
Look at that.
Dahil daw niya magkakaroon sila ng mga sariling tirahan.
Pero sabihin mo ka isang salita na bigyan
That's like before a storm. It looks like Caracas, Venezuela, in a flat land.
Or you are lying to your teeth. For you dream of
Yeah.
giving everybody houses.
I'm glad if you're watching this, be lit.
Just like what
What's that? Good morning, what?
really said,
GMA.
good luck na lang. You must be
Saksi.
dreaming.
Banta pa ng Pangulo sa
Salamat.
If you fail to do that, I will campaign against you.
GENSAN.
Because you're
Trained in
doing-
Baguio.
Do it. Because
Manny.
if not, I will just tell the people, do not vote for Pacquiao because he is a liar. I am not
Look at
questioning
him.
your ability intellectually.
Let's waterboard Duterte. I advise that. Manny, waterboard him.
Pag hindi mo nagawa yan,
All right.
araw-arawin
Quick
kita.
story. Enough of that rat. So the day after the Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup, my daughter's boyfriend Amir, they got my seats, so they're hockey fans. The Lightning went to the Cup here a couple of years ago. 2 years, 3? Amir invited me from Arkansas, so I made the trip. Watched the team win the cup. I thought it was hilarious. I still have videos. The next day I went to a donut shop on the corner of Park Boulevard and 49th Street. It turns into Gandhi and runs right across the bridge to McDill. So right there at that corner, there's Asian people making donuts, great selection, breakfast food. There's a guy sitting in there who's like a white dude. And he's carrying on with the girls, and they're laughing at him, and he's kind of weird. So he was at the Lightning game the night before, proceeds to tell me he knows the Philippines when he was over there. He went on a hunger strike and was starving on YouTube and social media. One of Manny's people found out about it. The word got to Manny. He invited the man to his birthday party. That's the kind of guy he is. You see opposites, both in politics. How about that? Let's move on and watch my t-shirt and Alexa tell you what's going on seismically in that country right now.
Japan invaded the Philippines on December 8, 1941 and subsequently occupied the country until 1945. The city was destroyed during an infamous volcanic eruption in 79 CE, and new research suggests an earthquake may have contributed to the damage and death toll. From C.edu. Seismicity was at baseline levels for most of 2022, though short-lived spikes in the number of low-frequency volcanic earthquakes were recorded on 26th of May and 20th of June. From mb.com.phone. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PHIVOLCS, said a very slow lava effusion from Mayon volcano summit crater continued for the fifth night on June 15, 2023, resulting in more rockfall events and pyroclastic density currents. An earthquake with a magnitude measuring 4.7 jolted Isabela around 2:43 p.m. on Sunday, May 28, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PHIVOLCS, reported. From mb.com.phone. Vigan City, a moderately strong tectonic earthquake with a strength of 5.6 magnitude rocked the provinces in extreme northern Luzon on Saturday night, but no damage initially reported here. Ely, England is a city in the northeastern part of England. It is located 64.0 miles from London, England.
Hey Alexa, where is Ely in the Philippines?
Ely Dandel is a resident of Taytay, a municipality in the province of Palawan in the Philippines. Ely Dandel is a prominent figure in the live reef fish food trade, LRFFT, in Taytay, which is located in northern Palawan. He is a fishmonger who buys and sells live reef fish in the local market. Ely Dandel's concern for the future of the LRFFT in Taytay reflects the complex and sensitive nature of the trade, which relies on the sustainable management of marine resources. From Rappler.com. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PHIVOLCS, said in an advisory at 10:30 a.m. on Thursday that at least 64 VT earthquakes have been recorded since 12 a.m., or in just 10.5 hours. There are several camps located in Baguio, each offering unique amenities and experiences for visitors. Some of the most popular camps in Baguio include the Manor at Camp John Hay is located in Baguio, Philippines. It is a former military base of the United States Armed Forces, now a mixed-use development that serves as a tourist destination and forest watershed reservation. Ilocos Norte is a province in the Philippines' northern region. It is located on the western side of the island of Luzon and is known for its scenic beaches,
well north of
historic
Baguio,
sites,
on the water,
and cultural heritage. The province is home to various tourist attractions such as the Patapat Viaduct, the Bangi Windmills, and the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Vigan. Sagada is a town located in the Mountain Province in the Philippines. It is situated in the Cordillera Mountains, which is a range of mountains that stretches across the northern part of the country. Sagada is known for its scenic location, cultural richness, and its famous hanging coffins. Strawberries are the special fruit in Baguio. The city is known for them, and they are even more popular than the city's other iconic foods.
Hey Alexa, what is rambutan?
The rambutan is a tropical tree from the family of Sapindaceae. The fruit of the rambutan tree is edible and originates from Southeast Asia.
Hey Alexa, where is Vigan City in the Philippines?
The Vigan City in the Philippines is Tacloban City, located in the eastern Visayas region. It is the third largest city in the region and is known for its vibrant culture, beautiful beaches, and rich history.
Hey Alexa, where is San Juan Beach in the Philippines?
San Juan Beach is located in the Philippines, more precisely in central Visayas. It is a popular summer getaway destination, offering a seemingly endless stretch of sand.
Hey Alexa, how far is San Juan Beach from Baguio City?
Baguio is 539 miles from San Juan Beach as the crow flies.
Woo, you could take a bus.
Japan invaded the Philippines on December 8, 1941 and subsequently occupied the country until 1945. Douglas MacArthur was an American military leader who served as General of the Army for the United States, as well as a Field Marshal to the Philippine Army. He was Chief of Staff of the United States Army during the 1930s, and he played a prominent role in the Pacific Theater during World War II. MacArthur received the Medal of Honor for his service in the Philippines campaign.
Now, if the guy left and gets the Medal of Honor, is that a full-up chesty puller?
An area of great seismic and volcanic activity that is shaken by about 7,000 tremors a year, mostly moderate. From C.edu. Seismicity was at baseline levels for most of 2022, though short-lived spikes in the number of low-frequency volcanic earthquakes were recorded on 26th of May and 20th of June. There are several camps located in Baguio, each offering unique amenities and experiences for visitors. Some of the most popular camps in Baguio include the Manor at Camp John Hay is located in Baguio, Philippines. It is a former military base of the United States Armed Forces, now a mixed-use development that serves as a tourist destination and forest watershed reservation.
Mercury drug. Do research on mercury drug. It started in the Philippines. I don't think Nostradamus drew any pictures of that, but it's mercury. Hey Alexa, what is Rh negative blood?
From Answers.com. Rh negative blood type means that a person's blood lacks the Rh antigen, a protein that can be found on the surface of red blood cells.
Hey Alexa, who are the Anunnaki?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the Anunnaki are a group of deities from ancient Mesopotamian mythology. They are often depicted as human-like beings with supernatural powers, and they are said to have created the world and humanity. The Anunnaki are mentioned in many different Mesopotamian texts, including the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Zbigniew Brzezinski was Anu himself, and Enlil is a rotating position, occupied by George Herbert Walker Bush, who passed in December 2018, Roman. Then we hit 505 Baktun in 2020. Hey Alexa, whom are the 13 Anunnaki bloodlines?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati are Astor, Bundy, Collins, DuPont, Freeman, Kennedy, Lee, Onassis, Reynolds, Rockefeller, Rothschild, Russell, and Van Duyn.
Hey Alexa, what Portuguese explorer discovered Vigan City?
From Vedan2.com. This place was discovered by a noble Portuguese explorer from Goddess Bartolomé Dias.
Hey Alexa, what did Ferdinand Magellan have to do with Vigan City?
From eCanada.com. Beyonce took time out to honor a legend.
Hey Alexa, did Ferdinand Magellan circumnavigate the globe?
From worldhistory.org. Ferdinand Magellan, or Fernão de Magalhães, circa 1480 to 1521, was a Portuguese mariner whose expedition was the first to circumnavigate the globe in 1519 to 22 in the service of Spain.
Hey Alexa, when did Magellan discover the Philippines?
Magellan was a Portuguese explorer, and on his trip around the world, he reached the Philippines on March 16, 1521. The Philippines was discovered by Magellan for the Spanish Empire.
Hey Alexa, why is Vigan City a World Heritage Foundation site?
From worldatlas.com. It was listed as a World Heritage Site in 1979 because of its cultural significance.
Hey Alexa, what Portuguese explorer discovered Vigan City?
From Vedan2.com. This place was discovered by a noble Portuguese explorer from Goddess Bartolomé Dias.
Okay, this is a documentary about Vigan City. It's kind of short, but know that Rh negative blood was introduced by beings from a planet called Nibiru. In the vicinity of Arcadia, the Tigris-Euphrates River, and areas, and they're known as a collective by the Anunnaki. Now they're in human body, their blood is very heavily concentrated Rh negative, although it's all over the planet, it's much in the majority. That's how Rh negative got here, from them. 2,000 years before Pisces began. So they had that much time to start moving east and west. And they generally went west. So you got to the Basques. Columbus discovered, well, Nobama, due to reincarnation. Then they swooped through the lowlands of South America, and around the globe they made it to the Philippines. Now they could have gone either way from where they were at. You had, getting out around South Africa and the other way to get all the way around, so they eventually figured it out. So let's watch this video and see what the history sounds like from an objective documentarian perspective.
The love that saved a town, the historic town of Vigan. Vigan, which is located in the north of the island of Luzon in the Philippines, began its history as a colonial port under Spanish rule in 1574. Originally a trading post for commerce with China,
they speak
80% of Vigan's
Spanish,
population
Tagalog,
is
it's a
Chinese
mix.
and Filipino origin.
They look kind of like Mexicans, don't they?
The Abra River produced gold and glistened in gold, hence the name meaning beautiful bank. Logo Street, the main street running along the center of the town, only allows horse carts to pass. 30 or so historic buildings line the kilometer-long pavement. They're built in stone in a Spanish style.
They look like
the upper
bars
part is built with wood. What you see here is the influence of Chinese architecture. A family came to live here in 1943.
Chinese architecture.
It was the family of a general from the Japanese Imperial Army, which occupied the town during the Second World War.
See, that's where they
General
came
and his
in.
family took up residence in a typical vegan-style home. The general's wife was in fact a Filipino. Sliding doors were fitted into the living room, the general's favorite. But the screens were made of thinly polished capiz shells rather than Japanese washi paper.
So very quickly, to let you know, Russell Volksman was the main mover in the Philippines on the ground. MacArthur pussied out, he was gone, he's on Anunnaki too, obviously. And they had communicated via networks when the U.S. had a presence over there, the survivors and the remnant forces, as well as those that were coming in, were setting up to fight the Japanese that were occupants at that point. But Volksman was there before the invasion. He had met MacArthur. So as time went on, there were groups of Filipino who were guerrilla fighters in support of Volksman. He was paying them in IOU money because he wanted to win their country back so he could go home. MacArthur was gone. Submarines were used, and this was all west of Baguio. So as time went on, they found out that there was a group from Vegan City that was impersonating, they dressed like they were doing the Filipino guerrilla job, but they were informing on the Americans. And they were getting hit unexpectedly. So Volksman said, hey, there's a problem. They kind of narrowed it down. They figured out it was that unit. They called them all in, sat everybody down. Some captain said, okay, nobody's leaving until we find out what the fuck you guys are doing. So the leader of the group got up and started running, and they shot him in the back. And that's truth. Vegan City. This place got hit along with the Vatican.
The war began to turn into
and Duterte is now under arrest, so it's all good news. Look, it looks like D-Day.
Advanced throughout the Philippines. The Japanese army usually burned down towns as they retreated.
Now there was an Operation Galahad in Burma
the same fate too.
before the A-bombs were dropped.
Before retreating, the general decided to leave his wife and daughters in the care of the priest of this church. In doing so, the general and the priest exchanged promises. I will never set the beautiful town of Vegan alight, but in exchange, please take care of my family. The general
Isn't that
is said to have
interesting?
died in battle. His family survived the war, protected by the town. Vegan was the only 16th century colonial town in the Philippines to survive.
Listen to the name, Vegan. There you have it. God bless the Philippines. And so I'd like to wish a handful of my friends in the Philippines a hello from this video. There's all the guys, you know who they are. There's Father Julius, there's Larry, there's Randy. Don's not with us anymore. And the women, Mary Jen, you come to mind. A perfect servant for Big Mike. Hello to him. Coco, I picked out her name of her kid. She would say, I hope. She got pregnant from a Muslim guy. You know, the town that I lived in was Bekong, and next door over was Buntis. That means pregnant. So Father Julius was the priest there. Now he's up in Darwin in scuba country where Apo Island is. Hi to Howard, a great man. Hi to Mike, the best caddy. Hi to Patrick, my old girlfriend's son. And most importantly, hi to Bernadette. Bernadette, but it's pronounced Bernadette. D-E-B-T-H. That woman whipped off her bra to win a contest. Used to give things out to kids at Christmas time. They lined up at a palace. So I'm going back, and I look forward to seeing everybody. Now let's conclude. Heartfelt love for everybody in the Philippines, no matter what your nationality is. We're on New Earth. It's a merger. Our planet is changing. It used to be moved. 69 and 69 Neanderthals walked the veil of forgetfulness due to a genetic modification that equaled the Elohim walking into them for centuries. I don't know if Neville Goddard was one, but he lived the life here. Manny Pacquiao is the man. He's multi-talented. That's him. I'll prove it. Hey Alexa, who's singing?
This is Manny Pacquiao.
Pacmanny. Call him a king there, they love him. I love everybody there. I love all my buddies, I love the girls, I love the weather, I love the fruit. It's a long trip, but the region's phenomenal. Vietnam, Malaysia, Bali. Bali's a Stargate City. Japan to the north, China. They're gonna lay down Chairman Z and King Solomon. Hey Alexa, who's the wisest man to ever live on Earth?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, most people consider King Solomon as the wisest man who ever lived.
The wisdom of Solomon. His mother was Bathsheba. He had 800 wives and concubines. Walt Frazier was a bride. That's a merger. Love and life. Let's disappear.